Now let's start with the latest coming in from Sri Lanka. At this hour, Sri Lanka's opposition party leader Sajith Premadasa and candidate for the post of new president post withdrew his nomination and says that he will now support Dallas Alahaperuma for this post. This is the latest that is coming in from Sri Lanka. Sajith Premadasa has withdrawn his nomination from the post of the new president of Sri Lanka. Now for more on this, joining us from Colombo is our correspondent Dasuni Athauda. Dasuni, thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us about this latest decision by the opposition to withdraw their nomination?
Absolutely, and a very good morning. And yes, we just received this alert a couple of minutes ago, to be very honest. And this is quite a last-minute decision, if I may say so, given that the opposition leader, Sajith Premadasa, was one of the very first to sort of announce his confirmation in terms of the candidacy as well. What is also interesting to see is that he has also shown his support to SLPP candidate, that is Dallas Alahaperuma, who will be contesting in this all-important election as well. But keep in mind, the SLPP and the SJB are two opposing parties, especially given their history in Parliament as well. So it will be interesting to see who else will be contesting, given that, again, in another few minutes, we will get to know who the confirmed candidates are in Parliament, as Parliament is set to begin. The department just got underway as well. So what we know so far is that the opposition leader in a last-minute move has now backed away from the presidential election. However, we do have the confirmation of SLPP and Dallas Alahaperuma, along with the leader of the National People's Power, Kumar who has now confirmed that they intend to take up candidacy for this election.
Right.
Keep in mind, earlier, we did see that the General Secretary of Sri Lanka Opposition, Sajith confirmed that the party, the SLPP rather, will be supporting Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is currently acting president, in the event he takes up his candidacy as well. We are yet to see, any confirmation come our way from the acting president, and I think within the next couple more minutes we will get to know who the official candidates are for the presidential election.
All right, well, we will find that out in the next few minutes. But I just want to know, what does this mean for the presidential nominations going forward at a time of political paralysis in the country?
Well, I think this comes as a big blow for those who supported the SJB and who thought that the opposition leader was the way out, given that everyone was under the consensus that he was the front runner in the event of taking up this role of president. And this does come as a shock, quite literally, to many, given that, like I said before, Sajith Premadasa, the opposition leader, was seen to be the most suited one to emerge victorious. However, now the question remains, interestingly, is whether acting president Ranil Wickremesinghe will be announcing his candidacy, which will then bring about another interesting sort of conflict within the Sri Lanka Opposition parliament, given that earlier we did see that there was some form of a tussle within the party, given that GL Girit sent in a letter to the party secretary, Sajith Premadasa, asking on what grounds that he made the statement noting that they will support the acting president when there is a candidate within the party itself.
Right. Also, we're getting a tweet from Sajith Premadasa. Let me just quote, for the greater good of my country that I love and the people I cherish, I hereby withdraw my candidacy for the position of president. Now, Dasuni, we are getting this confirmation from his Twitter handle. Is there any clarity on what could have triggered this decision?
Also, we just got another update that SLPP MP Dinesh Gunawardena has just put forward the name of acting president Ranil Wickremesinghe for presidency, and SJB MP Manasa Nalaya has seconded it. So now it has been confirmed that, in fact, acting president Ranil Wickremesinghe will be taking up candidacy as well. So that's the latest from here. This is obviously a rapidly developing story. We will be monitoring the updates as well. So what we know so far is that the opposition leader, Sajith Premadasa, has stepped away from candidacy, and acting president Ranil Wickremesinghe, his name has been confirmed.
Right. Well, Dasuni, thank you so much for bringing us all the latest on this. You're right, this is a developing situation and we will continue to track this very closely. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.